we spoke to the director of the Fantastic Four First Steps. Check out our conversation with Matt Shakman. We haven't seen the whole thing yet. They showed us like 26 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
And I know you've been busy with all of this, and I'm not sure if you've had a chance to see the new Superman, but there are some remarkable parallels between both of your movies in that both have amazing Silver Age vibes, which is my favorite age of comic books, so I'm all in and here for it.
Yes.
And both your movies also start with your heroes at the beginning of their superheroing. In Superman, it's 3 years into him being Superman, and from what I've seen of Fantastic Four, it's 4 years into them being the Fantastic Four. And I was curious, I think it's a fantastic hook. I was curious if you could talk to me about how that decision opened up the movie for you guys.
Right. Well, that's interesting. I haven't had a chance to see Superman yet. I'm really excited to. It's been a busy time getting Fantastic Four out into the world. But as soon as that's happened, I'm running to the theater because I'm a huge Superman fan and a huge James Gunn fan, and a huge Silver Age comics fan. I love the Fantastic Four. I have since I was a kid. And I think what I love so much about them is the family aspect, because they're incredibly relatable, but also optimism and idealism. They were born in the 60s at a time when the space race was seizing the nation, seizing the world, this idea of conquering the unknown, and with the right technology, the right heart, the right mind, we could do anything. And that's very much a part of their DNA. And they are, just like Superman, leading lights of their time, inspirations. They are more than just a superhero who has, say, a secret identity, or they're hiding out in their Batcave. They're very much public personalities. They're astronauts, inventors, explorers. They're family well before they are superheroes. They're kind of superheroes only when they have to be, only when their family or their world is being threatened.
Yeah. Tell me this. I was reading the foreword that you wrote to Hickman's Fantastic Four collection. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it felt like the idea of Sue the diplomat was a way into this story for you. Am I right?
Definitely. Yes, it was. I'm a huge Hickman fan, was honored to be asked to write that. I think he's an extraordinary, talent, and his versions of these characters are, I think, some of the most indelible versions of them. But yes, Sue as diplomat, the idea of the Future Foundation, though we kind of spun it in a slightly different direction, made it more of our UN. We even put the Baxter building where the UN building is in New York, which I thought was great, sort of moving it out of Midtown and putting it right there on the river so we could put the rocket behind it and we could evoke Apollo 11 and those launches when rockets were being launched in Florida and the whole world was gathering to watch.
Very cool. Let me tell you, there are these Jack Kirby vibes that I haven't gotten from a Marvel movie since I think that sequence in Age of Ultron when you see all of them jumping together. And your whole movie feels like that for me. And can you talk to me about channeling that into your production?
Yes, I'm a huge Jack Kirby fan. And obviously there would be no Fantastic Four without him. He's the creator along with Stan Lee. But as a visual artist, he's pretty much unparalleled. And, he created all of these amazing characters, but also his visual language is so distinct, So we tried to evoke that. You'll see that throughout the movie, both in New York City, but also in space. And we talked often about the aesthetic being where Kirby meets Kubrick, this idea of pulling from the comic books and then adding 2001, what were the futurists of the time thinking about in the 60s so that we could build this world that was a 60s New York, but was also inspired by these ideas of the future.
Oh, it's very, very cool. I'm all out of time, but I'm so excited to see the whole movie. And also the other note from your forward, the idea of Steve Jobs meets Robert Oppenheimer, I think is just a brilliant comparison to who Reed Richards really is. And I hadn't thought about it in that way before. So yeah, it's very, very cool. I can't wait to see the whole thing, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
The Fantastic Four First Steps is dropping in Malaysian cinemas this Thursday. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Sound off in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.